Y'all down to edit and chill? Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Makayla. I've been creating content on YouTube for about 5 years now. About 2 years ago, I posted a video called iMOVIE tricks that no one knows, or like editing hacks. My most requested video, not only on that video in the comments, but in other video comments as well, is to make a video on how I edit my YouTube videos. I feel like this is long overdue, but I am finally sitting down and going through the editing process with you. So today's video is just going to be like a big editing party, and I'll walk you through my editing steps on how I edit my YouTube videos. Of course, before we get started, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it does help. Comment down below if you are a YouTuber or edit videos, what software do you use? Today's video is just going to be how I edit videos using iMOVIE because that's the software that I've always used and the only software that I know how to use. So comment down below what editing software you use if you create content, and subscribe. We really are like one big family with lots of love to go around. It's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell because this notifies you every time I upload a new video, and I always shout out the first comment on my social media, so be sure to be following me on Instagram as well. Also, if you're curious where I got my little set or like my romper from, I just posted a fall haul and this is in it, so go watch that video. With all of that being said though, I want to dive right on into today's video because it's going to be pretty long, so let's get started. As you can see, I've got my MacBook Pro with me. I just upgraded to a Pro. For the last like 4 years of editing, I've always used my MacBook Air, and I'm pretty sure I edited that baby to the ground. I also chose to film this on my couch today because this is the spot where I edit like 99% of my videos, either on this couch or in my bed. So I wanted to make it really authentic because if I wasn't filming, I would still be right here editing this video. Let's get a screen recording going. Also, a little sneak peek. I am going to be doing a part 2 to the iMOVIE tricks that nobody knows, but definitely subscribe because that video is going up next and you do not want to miss that. And in that video, I will mention how to screen record if you don't know how to do that. The video that we're editing today is my fall clothing haul that just went up, so if you missed that, like I just said with this piece, it'll be listed above as well as down below. Go check it out. This is behind the scenes of how I edit that video. I wanted to choose this video because it's a pretty straightforward video on how I edit every single video, but it also has a few different overlays that I thought would be cool to show as well. The very first thing that I do when I import my footage is I highlight everything. Here, let's make this a little bit bigger too. You don't need to see my entire laptop screen. The very first thing that I do is highlight all of the footage and increase the volume to 100 and something, like 132 probably is good. And then I also want to just automatically lower the volume of all the other clips and move this almost to the top, because if I do decide to add background music, this makes it easier because all of the footage that I'm about to edit already has like the mute background music. Next, I want to fix the color, saturation, brightness, and make sure everything looks like picture perfect. So I'm just gonna highlight these first 3 clips of me sitting down. I like to do the auto correct just because it gives it a really nice look, and I'll increase the exposure a little bit, increase the contrast, and just add some sharp dark tones as well. I like to move it around just to make sure it's consistent throughout all the clips. I also just want to increase the saturation a little bit, and then depending on where I filmed it, I might want to add a little blue tone to cool it down a little bit, just so it's not like completely yellow. Because this was filmed in a really lit area with a white backdrop, it looks pretty good. The color is consistent. I don't have to do major editing to this part, so that's good. Because this is a try-on haul, I also have the clips of all the clothing items that I tried on, so I'm gonna highlight all of that. The first thing I do is I don't want these clips to lower the background music since they're going to be silent anyway, and then I just want to remove the audio completely because I'm not talking in them. Again, I'm going to auto adjust the color and then bring up the exposure a little bit, add some contrast. Once I go through and make sure the volume and color looks great, I do a really basic editing strip where I just watch the entire sit down portion and I cut out any parts where I repeat myself, where I'm pausing to breathe, maybe I'm stuttering or saying or like too many times, and I just cut all of that out to bring down the time. Right now, as you can see on the screen, we have almost an hour of footage, 54 minutes and 33 seconds. We want to bring this baby down to like maybe 10 minutes. I think I might just time lapse this. I don't know if I'm supposed to be explaining how to do all of this stuff. To cut clips and take out pieces, just Command B and delete. I timed myself for the sake of this video, and it took 40 minutes to go through just the talking footage and cut that down, take out really big gaps of when I'm pausing or when I stutter and all of that. And then I also went through the try-on footage and just cut out all the parts where I might potentially be changing. Now I'm going to go through and watch the sit-down portion again, and this time go through in more detail and take out the really small, like 0.2 to 0.1, 0.3 second marks of in between saying things, just so everything flows nicer. And then if I stutter in between like a really long sentence, this is when I might go through and like break that down specifically and just cut it out. So yeah, it's 4:10 right now, and we'll see how long this next portion takes. Usually when I edit videos, it takes me a few days. I think if I sat down and edited a video all the way through, it would take me about 6 to 8 hours. So yeah, we'll see how long this takes. But that's the next step. I'll do a small montage showing you kind of the beginning of it, and then I'll stop recording to save footage and I'll check in with the next step. For this, I also want to increase the size. So like before, when I was editing, it was probably right here, and now I'm going to increase the file size so I can just see exactly how much space is in between clips. This is also the portion where if I filmed a few different clips of me saying similar things, I'll choose like which clip sounds the best. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes you have to do like multiple takes when you say the same thing, and this is when I watch all of them and then cut out the ones I don't like. It's now 4:50. I just finished going through and really like honing in on the details and finally cutting down this video. This portion usually takes the longest because there's a lot of detail that goes into it. It took me 40 minutes and we are not even done editing. It's been over an hour at this point. Next, I am going to overlay the try-on haul clips on top of my talking clips so that when I'm talking about a piece of clothing, you see the footage of me trying it on. This is a super easy skill to learn in iMOVIE. I'm not going to be showing you in this video, and that is because I'll be talking about it in my iMOVIE Tricks That No One Knows Part 2 video that will be going up in a few days. So make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification bell so you know when that video is up. It's 4:50 now, and I'll check in when I finish the step and see how long it takes. So I know this video, the first items that I mentioned are these 2 sports bras. So I just want to highlight all of the sports bra footage, hit Command X to cut it, and then go to the front of the video where I talk about the yoga bras, and I just want to hit Command V to paste in the footage so that it's where it belongs. Oh, this will also be the step where I want to take screenshots of me trying on the outfits, so I have options for my thumbnail. The spot where it paused on right now would be perfect, and I'll just... It's 4:53. Let's see what time it is when I finish this step. It is 6:10. That took me over an hour. I think that was the longest step in editing this video. I have completely finished overlaying all of the try-on clips on top of the talking clips. Essentially, this is like a very rough draft of the final video. As you can see, I got this video down to 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Our original footage was almost an hour long. So to get it down to just 10 minutes, it took me 3 hours to do that, and we're not even done. But that's a really big accomplishment right there. If you are new to YouTube, right now, at least with the algorithm, it's better to get your video over 10 minutes than under, because if your video is over 10 minutes long and you're able to monetize your content, you can add more than one ad to a 10-minute long or longer videos. You will make so much more money on a video with multiple ads than just a short video that only has one ad in the beginning. Just a fun fact, if you are a YouTuber, try to hit the 10-minute mark. The next thing that I like to do with our video is add in my social media, the music, and any like special effects that I want. So we're going to be adding the music, my social media layovers, and then any special effects or like light effects that you want to do with the intro or transitions. With my style of editing, I like to have a little like funny or just grab your attention type of clip in the beginning, which in this video is it's spooky season. Before starting my video with the whole hey, welcome back to my channel, there at the hey, welcome back to my channel, I want my social media. As you can look at my desktop, I took a ton of screenshots that I thought might make a good thumbnail. A lot of thought goes into this, so if you are not a YouTuber, you constantly have to think about what the thumbnail will be. Otherwise, when it's time to upload your video, you might be screwed. I made my social media on PicMonkey like years ago, and I've just saved them and used them in every single video. You just need a a transparent background and you can make your own. I have one that matches like the lower bar, which I use in like all my videos. I also have a vertical option like this. So today we want to use the lower bar if possible to make it a picture-in-a-picture. You also want to change it to a fit. So there's my social media. I like my social media layover to be present in the intro and the outro, and the only way to tell is to like watch the whole video. And then I'll just copy and paste it and scroll to the way end. And right when I start wrapping up the video, I'll paste my social media. I'm that type of YouTuber where if I have extras or bloopers or something that I want to keep but not for the main video, I'll leave it in at the end. So for my fall haul, to those of you who watched the whole thing, I have some funny clips with my cats at the end. Okay, so now that the social media is roughly in place, I also want to add my music. In case you're curious, the music that I like to use in my videos for the intro is not for nothing. All of my music comes from the YouTube audio library because it's copyright free music and they kind of keep up with it. They have a lot of new tracks that I find to be not terrible. So I like to use Not For Nothing from that library in my intros, and then it's always like a little loud, so I just want to fade it in. Depending on how it flows, I might change the song once we get into the topic of the video, but I won't really know that until I watch it and edit it. I know that as of my last video, I've also been into layover light effects. I find it to be super cute and retro. So I just went onto YouTube and I looked up a ton of like light effects, and then I just downloaded the correct video that I wanted. I'll talk more about this in my iMOVIE tricks that will be up next. So this is called a green screen effect. So once I lay it over, I'm gonna go to green screen. It's spooky season. I also want a little bit of vinyl. So I just have a vinyl track here for that crackling sound. Let's see how this sounds. It's spooky season. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I love that. Okay, we'll just overlay some of that. It's spooky season. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Now, I'm someone that's like super OCD about the background music, so even if it sounds like a little bit too loud, I will go and I will adjust all of the audio just by increasing it a little bit. I also learned that since I switched laptops, it sounds a lot louder on this laptop than my old laptop, so it might just be a personal preference, and maybe you don't even notice this as a viewer, but to me, like, I notice it, so I have to fix it. I also want to add a title. I really like doing just a crisp, centered title in the Baskerville font. That's been a favorite of mine. I want it to be pretty small, maybe down to 80. Fall clothing haul. It's spooky season. I don't want it to be quite as centered either. See, like, this is just like personal preference OCD stuff, but as like a creator, like, you rewatch your content so much, making sure that in your eyes it's perfect. Okay, so I'm really happy with how the beginning looks. Now I'm just going to go through and watch the video, but while I'm watching, I'm specifically listening for the background music, making sure that all of the overlays are in the correct places, and also catching anything that I missed when I was cutting down on footage that I might want to delete now. I'll probably end up watching the video 2 or 3 more times before I finish editing and uploading it, but now is like the most important part in my eyes because you're finalizing your final video to upload. The one other thing that I do add in all of my videos in the intro when I'm telling you guys to subscribe, like, and click the bell, I always add that when I say click the bell. So I'm just gonna put that in as well. Subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell. Yep, so here I say bell, I just drag the bell buoy sound effect. So don't forget to click the bell because this notifies you. There we go. It's 6:20 right now, and we'll see how long this takes before I completely edit it. I think I'm done. I went through the video a few times. I also caught a few like repetitive things that I said more than once that didn't need to be repeated. I also changed the music. I found another track that I feel fits the vibe a lot better than the other one. For now, I feel like I'm done. The video's over 10 minutes. Everything's official. I'm just waiting to hear back from the brand about my discount code, and I'll put that in, and then I'll export it and start the uploading process, which the uploading process takes almost as long as the editing process, but we won't talk about that in today's video. It's almost 7 p.m. I started this video at what, like 3 p.m. so this didn't take me quite as long, but as you could tell when I was showing you how I edit the video, I was moving pretty quickly because I've been doing it for such a long period of time that I've gotten pretty efficient at it. Once I finalize this video, export it, upload it, it will take me a few more hours. This process alone took me over 4 to about 5 hours to edit, but that is a rough idea as to how I edit my videos. Comment down below if you have any further questions or any like tips or details, or if you do something different that you think I would enjoy. This is how I edit my content. Like I I've said throughout the video, my next video that I'm filming is another iMovies tricks that no one knows. I've got a few new ones up my sleeve, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on that. But thanks again so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped. If you're a YouTuber, leave your channel down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you very, very soon with my next video.